The Houthis in Yemen are a radical Islamist group controlled, funded, and trained by Iran, and they are very busy shooting missiles at us, the United States. And what are we doing about it? Well, virtually nothing. Speaking about crazy times, the United States military has been attacked, I think it's something like 70 times in the last month by the Houthis, a very radical Islamic group that has taken over part of Yemen. They are 100% supported, led, trained, financed, and directed specifically by Iran. They just shot more missiles at the U.S. Navy in the Red Sea, specifically at this ship. This is the USS Carney. It shot down a bunch of missiles this week that were fired by the Yemenite Houthis, financed by Iran. The carrier group that this is part of, the Eisenhower Group, has shot down, get this, 12 attack drones with bombs, 3 anti-ship ballistic missiles, and 2 land attack missiles in the last 12 hours. If this is not a declaration of war, maybe the next document will get it for you. There have been 21 international ships attacked in the last 2 weeks. Will, isn't it a declaration of war when you fire missiles at another country's fleet in international waters without provocation, justification, or any reason other than, oh, they're Western countries. They are shooting at ships for every country sailing through the area. And you know what we have done so far?
Nada. Zero.
Bingo.
Zip.
Crickets. Let me just ask you one question.
Okay.
If a Russian cargo ship carrying cars or iron ore or oil had a missile launched at it that could sink the ship, and that ship got hit, like our ship was yesterday, what would the Russians do to the Houthis?
Oh, they would abolish them. They would take them out. They would come down with the full force of the military on them. And what I'm looking at over...
Wait a minute. On the first missile, the 5th missile, the 10th missile, or the 75th missile? Because that's how
the idea of the threat. Soon as they gear up to do it to Russia, they would have done it. They'll say, okay, this is what you're doing. Oh, we see what you're doing. We're monitoring you. Oh, you're about to shoot. As soon as it got in the air, they would have been hit. It wouldn't even have to, the first missile wouldn't even have to get there halfway. We saw what you're doing. We see what you're doing. It's on. I was just putting what I'm looking at over here. I'm looking at the comments. I just put a comment here on Facebook and said, Biden has made America weak. That's exactly what's happening. The whole purpose is to make America look completely weak, right? And it's not a tactic to saying, well, we want the rest of the world to think that we're weak. And then, if they do something, then we'll be strong and show them. It's been over 100 times. It's been over 100 times now that there's been attacks on the U.S. military personnel in that region of the world. And what they shot down a couple of drones, took out a little facilities and say, oh, please stop. Please stop. And the main reason why all this is happening, Barry, is because the military, the U.S. military, they are no longer men, strong men, muscle men. They are men putting on dresses with lipstick.
Because it's the right thing to do, Will, so that nobody, and I really want to stress this, nobody is triggered, Will. You can't fight a war with a trigger if you're triggered, right?
I don't. It's like they're setting us up to fall, and I believe the whole point of this is to have the United States of America crumble. Right now, there's these world organizations that see the United States of America as the last stronghold of their world domination, and they have to get the United States of America out of the way. Joe Biden, the Democrats here in the United States of America, they're happy to make that happen. Because that would mean there's no Trump, That would mean there's no Republicans, there's no Christians, there's no Jewish people that's in their demonic way. This is their plan.
And it's working because we're getting hit every day and we ain't doing nothing about it. I've never.
Well, then wasn't it?
I can't even imagine how mad the Navy is.
Yeah, wasn't Kirby just the other day say, yeah, we see that we're getting all these attacks, and they said, well, is the United States of America going to do something? And he goes, we're looking into it. Wow. We're looking into it, Barry. They're looking into it. Don't worry, they're looking into it. Don't mind it. Once they start killing U.S. military personnel, he's just going to come back and say, okay, we're going to take a deeper dive and look and see what's going on.
In regards to Kirby, he's trying, but can you imagine? He goes back
I don't trust Kirby.
He goes back to the bosses at the Pentagon, and they tell him, just make it go away, distract him, and he must be saying, they bombed another ship.
I don't trust him. He's another snake. Everyone that's in the Biden regime right now, you got Mayorkas, you got Ray, you got Kirby, you got I forget the other name. All of them right now, they get in front of those cameras and they blatantly lie. Lie.
The worst one is Jean-Pierre. I mean, come on.
And Jean-Pierre, I mean, all of them. And when I've been talking about Kirby, there was this episode the other day when he was behind the panel or behind the podium with Karine Jean-Pierre, and they asked him a question about about Iran. You remember when we left Afghanistan, Barry? What happened? What happened to all of that military equipment that we left in Afghanistan?
Well, the Taliban has it, and they're blowing up us with it.
According to Kirby, we didn't leave any. He straight up said that behind the podium. I'm like, this dude is blatantly lying. He said, "There's no evidence. There's no leaving equipment behind. We didn't do that." And I'm like, this dude he straight up said this. In the press corps, they were like, "Oh, okay. I guess we got it wrong."
So all the hundreds of videos are wrong.
Yeah. I don't trust any of them. They'll go in there, they'll do lip service, but their actions speak louder than their words.